Hello, everybody!
Hi, everyone!
Oh, it is good to be back for probably going to be our biggest, if not one of the biggest updates of this year. Are you guys all excited?
This is a crazy update for everyone that's been following along. 2025 has been so jam-packed, but this is a huge one for us.
It is indeed. For those that are just tuning in for the first time, welcome. For those that are returning, welcome. Oh, I'm a little quiet this year. Hang on here.
Oh my god, speaking of audio, y'all, do you see this?
You see our mic?
Brand new setups, so we should be a little bit more audible and a little bit more clear.
Actually, let me just move this closer to so you can actually hear me a bit more. So, for those returning, welcome back. And for those who have been here forever, you're here forever. But for those who are just tuning in, let us introduce ourselves. I am your community manager, Elebon, and joining me today is...
Hi everyone, I'm CMRC. You know me.
Are you using the correct microphone?
Elebon?
I think I am. But what we are here today is to show you the wonderful... Where's my post? Button's not working. We get it.
Elebon. Oh no.
Small
Drum
tease.
roll, please. Oh no.
The Faith and Fury update.
For anybody that saw that, no, you didn't.
I'm growing out the beard to match the Eevee character. His name is Matthias, and yes, I am.
Oh my god, we're gonna talk about him today too. Wow.
As you can see, we've got a lot to cover, but we'll jump straight into the Arcana section. And we'll just jump right down to it. That way you don't see all the new stuff yet. So, as you're aware, we have two new Arcanas that have been added, the Sacred Guardian and Explosive Vanguard. Now these, and of course with every new Arcana, new skills will be available for these talents. As for those that are unsure of what an Arcana is, Arcana talents combine the elements of two Grandmaster talents. For Sacred Guardian, you will have the Grandmaster Warrior and Grandmaster Cleric talents, and for Explosive Vanguard, you have the Grandmaster Knight and Grandmaster Gunslinger talents.
Why are you rolling that R?
Scenario talents for each Arcana talent have also been added, and if you'd like more additional details on the Arcana itself, check out our wonderful, lovely microsite, and for additional details on the Arcana system itself, can be viewed on our old Next Arcana update post. For learning Arcana, you must of course complete the Arcana guide quests one step higher and lighting the Arcana flame to learn the Arcana talents. If you haven't learned any Arcana yet, you may also progress through the Arcana achievement quest line we introduced last month. In order to start with Sacred Guardian, the character, of course, must be at level 20,000, acquire the Grandmaster Holy Warrior talent title, which is made up of Grandmaster Warrior and Grandmaster Cleric, and you must complete the quest Sacred Guardian, a Lamb in the Arms of God. You, of course, can start this quest by achieving the above requirements and talking to NPC Lowry about promising Arcana candidates Sacred Guardian. When completing the quest, NPC ULR, butcher me if I'm saying it wrong, will reside in the Arcana Association Room, and the Sacred Guardian talents, related skills, and journal achievement will be acquired.
I just want to take a moment too. We thoroughly looked through the pronunciation for these NPCs. Turns out Ilar has 3 to 4 different pronunciations depending on the origin, so we might swap things around a little bit here and there. Please, forgive us.
They're saying my mic is still jungle? I'm hearing it okay, but I'm double checking.
Bring it to your mouth, baby girl.
Anyways, for the Explosive Vanguard, same thing. You must acquire a level of 20,000 or higher, acquire the Sorry, the chat.
Not like that.
Request acquire the Grandmaster Explosive Artist talent title, which of course combines of the Knight and Gunslinger talent titles. Complete the quest Explosive Vanguard between the dog and the wolf. And as before, talk to NPC Liaori about promising Arcana candidates, Explosive Vanguard, and when completing it, you'll unlock the talent, related skills, and journal achievements alongside it. Additionally, when completing either of these quests, NPC Eolar or Matthias will reside in the Arcana Association Room. For Matthias, he'll actually only be there between Lugnasada and Embolic Day.
Kind of nice. They only show up every now and then, so make sure you catch them when they're in.
But, you know, Arcana's a part-time job for him. Now, for our elves, you can obtain the Explosive Vanguard quest if you reach level 20,000 and obtain the title of Grandmaster Gunslinger, but unfortunately, you cannot learn the talent itself. But let's get right into Sacred Guardian.
Ooh, I want to talk about Sacred Guardian.
This one's all yours.
So, first things first, to kind of premise, when we released the notice for our new Arcana talents, a lot of our players kind of saw how our Arcana talent system was shaping a little bit to kind of match the standard MMO tank support DPS, party system that you're pretty familiar with. We are introducing Sacred Guardian, which does indeed fill that role of tank with lots of folks and lots of taunts. So let's get into some of the details and talk about it. Moving straight from the top, Sacred Guardian skills can only be used when equipped with a shield and melee weapon. Guard cylinders are incompatible with Sacred Guard skills. Skills will often depend on your character's cumulative defense, so keep that in mind for a lot of these skills as we go through. Moving straight on first with Pledge of Penance, we have the active AoE skill that will attack once, forcing nearby enemies to redirect their targets to the caster with an unbreakable pledge. This will also grant immunity to knockback and stuns for a limited amount of time as Pledge Keeper. The radius increases through the character's protection, so keep it in mind for your stats. This will create a crystal circle around your character that will continuously apply an unbreakable pledge status to all enemies within the area. So this is going to be one of your, most primary AoE taunts when you're trying to grab all of your enemies. For single target taunt, we have Provoke. This is an active skill that draws upon your mana for a beam of light towards enemies at an range. Enemies that are effectively given the provocation status, redirecting further targeting to the caster for a short while. The range is based on Pledge of Penance's effect radius as well, so you'll want to rank that up as you go. Ooh, we're getting into it. Let's move away from some of our taunts and let's talk about our gap closer, Ardent Advance. This is an active skill that allows you to immediately charge in the direction indicated by your mouse, and it will inflict damage to all enemies within the path, pulling them to your intended location. So, if you are using your skill, which we'll show all of these out in-game a little bit later, when you're using Ardent Advance, make sure you're mindful of where your mouse cursor is, because it'll group all of your enemies in one spot. Let's scroll on down to Rend Armor. This will be your active ability placing a debuff on your enemies. This uses your shield as a melee weapon and swings it in a wide swing, attacking all of the enemies in front of your player in an arc motion. Each swing will reduce enemies' defense and protection with a broken armor status, which makes them more vulnerable than the last. This also deals damage proportional to your character's windmill skill and cumulative defense skill, so it does incorporate windmill as well. I know everybody has windmill ranked. It's our favorite.
I mean, it was the first skill you were told to learn back in the old days.
Get out of here, Grandpa. When using Rend Armor, incoming damage is heavily reduced for a short while, and it grants you immunity to certain negative effects. The cooldown can be reset when taking a hit as well. Let's keep scrolling down to Deliver Judgment. This is another active skill that will send your shield into the ground, sending a shockwave attacking all enemies around you and slowing their movement speed. If the enemy has already been attacked by rend armor, additional damage is dealt. So, makes it a little bit extra of an incentive. Let's keep scrolling down to 2 of our final skills for Sacred Guardian. Rounding it off with Divine Retribution, we have the active skill that draws upon the damage taken while under Martyr's Burden condition and your cumulative defense to stun all enemies around your caster. In addition, temporarily negate the incoming damage from Martyr's Burden. This will heavily consume a lot of mana and stamina, but the effect is well worth it. I do want to point out as well the 90-second cooldown. This is going to be one of your biggest skills as using Sacred Guardian skills, so be mindful of your utility with it. While Martyr's Consecration is active, using Sacred Guardian skills will reduce the cooldown of Divine Retribution, and each hit suffered by allies shielded by Martyr's Consecration will also reduce your cooldown for Divine Retribution. Speaking of Martyr's Consecration, this is our 7th and final skill for Sacred Guardian, which is your only active passive skill.
It is weird to say, but you have to activate it for it to be passive.
Yes. So once the skill is active, this will consecrate all allies within your specific radius, which will reduce enemy damage and transfer the damage to yourself instead of on the player. This increases your defense and magic defense for the more allies that you protect. Ooh, it's a lot.
Yes, sort of like Chain Cylinder. It is a toggled effect.
Yes.
The toggled effect would have probably have been a better way to phrase that. we can change that.
There was a lot. We'll get to it. We might fix it up a little bit before this is released.
If you actually see the scroll bar on this web post...
Oh yeah. Strap in. We're in for a ride. As Elebon scrolls down a little bit too, we'll take a look at Sacred Guardian's link effects as well. I'm going to spare my voice and instead let everybody kind of review this at your own pace to preview all of the level and their effects. I will jump down a little bit myself and mention the final main bullet point. At Sacred Guardian Arcana Link level 10, all effects are applied cumulatively. This will include the cumulative defense and decreased damage taken, the Martyr's Consecration effect when activated, the Pledge of Penance, Pledge Keeper effect, etc.
It's so big that we can't even fit it on one screen.
It's so cracked. I'm so excited for Sacred Guardian. I'm really excited to see how it pans out in normal gameplay.
But show of hands in the chat, who's all going for Sacred Guardian?
I think my Dark Diviner may have finally been dethroned.
That's a lot of yeses. Now let's get that one out of the way. Do the real one, the Explosive Vanguard.
Okay. Keep scrolling.
I did. So, for the Explosive Vanguard Arcana, these skills will only be usable when you have a lance weapon equipped. Elves not apply. The offensive skills exclusive to Explosive Vanguard will build up what's called mana pressure, allowing for a more powerful attack when using the signature skill Blaze of Glory. Now, we'll go over each of these. When you're having to use your Explosive Vanguard skills, it'll act a little bit like Gunslinger. You will need to recharge your lance. I'll let you let that sink in for a moment. You'll be able to recharge it with recharge skills. An active skill that uses your mana bullets and converts them into mana shells for your lance, granting it the higher power. The better quality of the mana bullet, the more power it contains, of course. So go get your sun-touched bullets down in the treasure hunter dungeons. And of course, with all of these skills, they will consume a set amount of mana and or mana shells. So keep that in mind. Now, we also have a Relentless Thrust, which will probably be your quote-unquote one skill, an active skill that repeatedly stabs a singular target while replenishing your mana shells. Consecutive attacks become even more powerful. It will basically, in a sense, replenish your mana shells. Your Arc Impact is an active skill that swings the lance over the shoulder, crushing it into the ground onto a single target, exploding a large number of mana shells. The damage is proportional to your character's flash launcher's damage and your base damage. Now, we've also got the Blast Zone, which is an active skill that packs mana shells into the lance and hits multiple enemies in a sort of circular swing. The damage is proportional to your character's grapple shot and your base damage. For those that like to dash, we have an active skill that can be used to either quickly close the gap or dodge out of the harm's way by using the power of the mana shells to basically propel yourself at a high speed and dealing heavy damage to any enemies within its path. Damage is, of course, proportional to your character's lance impact damage and your base damage. The lance charge will affect the move distance, and multiple use of this skill will trigger a cooldown, so keep that in mind. Dreadnought Burst. This is an active skill that will compress a large number of mana shells at the tip of the lance and thrust a single enemy with enough force to knock back all the other enemies, including those with heavy extender auto defense below certain ranks if your mana pressure is high enough. We haven't really discussed what mana pressure is, but give me a second. The damage is proportional to your character's lance charge damage and base damage. Now, before I go into Blaze of Glory, the mana pressure that I mentioned is when using your Explosive Vanguard skills. In exchange for mana shells, you will build up mana pressure into the lance. This pressure will, of course, affect how powerful the skills are, especially for Dreadnought Burst and Blaze of Glory. For Blaze of Glory, your signature skill, an active skill that will consume all of your mana shells and mana pressure into one explosive attack. The higher the shells and pressure, the higher the damage. Attacks all enemies in the line of fire. The damage is proportional to your character's lance charge damage, base damage, and your current resources of the mana shells and pressure. So it's for maximum use, make sure your shells and pressure are at 100%. Additional attacks are possible if the mana pressure is high enough on skill use. And like with Sacred Guardian, we also have several link guard effects, or several link effects. We'll just quietly scroll here for a second while I take a quick drink.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need that. There's quite a lot going on with Explosive Vanguard and Sacred Guardian, so I'm very excited for all of the intricacies that go along with it. Personally, I'm very excited to see how it blends in with our other existing Arcana, but we'll get to that a little bit later too.
For those that are curious, at Explosive Vanguard Arcana Link level 10, the following effects are applied cumulatively. The Lance Combat Talent weapon max damage is plus 200. Explosive Vanguard skill mana shell cost is negative 10%. Mana pressure gain is 50%, etc., etc. You can check it all out here. And then, of course, we also have the total Arcana level details increase. So for those that are unaware, the total Arcana level is the cumulative level of all Arcana talents and the upper limit overall cap of the character's stats increases according to the total Arcana level. With this update, we've extended the total Arcana level to now level 250 with additional effects that can be obtained. Humans can obtain up to level 300, but the cumulative effects only apply to level 250. We'll check out all the effects below, but for every 10 levels, your MP, your health, mana, and stamina increase by 50, your all stats increase by 20, and at 200 and 250, you'll also see you'll also see a critical increase limit and balance increases.
Definitely a lot going on with this update. Why not show it off in-game as well?
Absolutely. Did we want to go off to that now?
Swap us over.
Alrighty, let's swing on over to... We'll do your gameplay.
Ooh, okay. I'll show off some of my pretty Sacred Guardian skills. So, just as a very quick disclaimer for all of our watchers, we are on an internal build, so things may not be a direct one-to-one, but we'll try to make them as close as we can. And so, joining me today is also GM Ilar and GM Matthew. We have some of our GM team members helping us out to showcase some of these skills. So, currently active, you can see Martyr's Consecration. Thank you, Ilar, for also showing off Pledge of Penance. This is a beautiful AoE. I'll join you.
If Ilar can provide a party, we can, or how about you show it, Arcee? You've also got Sacred Guardian.
Me? Oh, no, you can join Matthias's party.
There we go.
It's so weird referring to them like that.
It's also so we can showcase the Crucican, or
the consecration, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's take a moment to just really, like, soak up all of the details. Look at how beautiful! Oh my goodness gracious. You already know that I'm, you know, in love with various particle effects. The iridescent, like, glass shattering. Chef's kiss. Absolutely marvelous.
So much glass shattering.
Moving on to Provoke. This is my single AoE for my targets. This will be very similar. I believe you watched Ilar do it as well. Quite a large radius at rank 1. Oh, it looks so pretty. We also have, oh, the Gap Closer, Ardent Advance, and the Cleave, Rend Armor. She's just going in for the full combo. Provoke into Ardent Advance, into Rend Armor with Deliver Judgment, Chef's Kiss. So, a lot of our damage values will not be accurate to the current live server. Please, you know, excuse that. Excuse our striking dummies and their weird nonsense. However, it does give you a little bit to expect for when you're actually in game. Alright, Elebon, would you like to take it away?
Of course. Give me just 1 second. I am still trying to charge up my Arcana skills.
Sure thing. So along these lines, with our GM team also helping out, you will see, you know, kind of demonstrations of how you can maybe expect to combo these items, or these skills, how you can expect to use them in more natural gameplay. But of course, we are so excited to see how our Militians dish out these new skills.
Alrighty. Sorry about that. I ran out of AP level.
That's another thing. Good luck to all of our Militians. I pray for your AP reserves.
Alright, we'll swap over to mine real quick. Oop. As you can just see, Matthias just going to town on those wonderful, poor little training dummies. You know what? I forgot to actually set the skills. Give me 1 quick second. I promise we were ready before this. Just
It's a lot to take in. Not only that, we've got so much more to get through. And so, we won't take too long on these in-game sections.
Nope. But for those that are curious, you'll actually... Sorry. Okay. As you can see here, you'll when equipping a lance as the explosive guardian, you'll actually get a new UI here, which looks like a little meter. We'll click on recharge shells, and we now have 100 mana shells.
Oh, you might not be showing the gauge properly. It may be covered by our overlay.
No, it should.
Oh, never mind. I see it.
Yep, it should be right off to the UI is cut off. They say. Now we did have to zoom in a little bit, but so we'll start here with. Oh, whoops. Here's our explosive thrust. As you can tell, it'll deal damage right behind. Or relentless thrust, sorry. We also have arc impact. Nice little swing down. As you can tell, it is consuming mana shells, but the orange little thing is your mana pressure. The more it builds up, the bigger explosive Blaze of Glory is. We'll do Blast Zone, which just swing like a baseball, or swing like a baseball bat. As you can see here, 5 is your drill charge. Depending on how your character is facing, or I'm sorry, depending on who is targeted, or depending on which way your character is running, sorry, and targeted. However, using multiple use will trigger a cooldown. For Dreadnought Burst, nope, I do not have enough mana shells, so quick reload.
Comes with learning the role.
Dreadnought Burst.
These are such beautiful animations too. I'm in love.
Give me a second while I just build up my mana pressure. Oop. Alright, so I've got full mana pressure and shells. It's time to look at Blaze of Glory. And it just...
oh, blows you away, doesn't it?
They do say the music's a little loud, but we can turn that down. Okay.
For any of our militians that want to check out the way that these skills look without needing to build your gauge, there are examples on our microsite for the Faith and Fury update, so I encourage you to head on over there. That way you can get, kind of a repeat for a lot of the animations and what they look like. But gosh, is it so cool! Oh my god.
Best skill, or best talent right here. So, just to kind of get an idea.
Oh my gosh, both you and Matthews just going in on it is so bringing tears to my eyes. Ilar, I love you, but I can't deny how beautiful both of these talents are.
I gotta get used to reloading mana shells.
Don't worry about it. We can move on if you're ready.
Yeah. So, kind of getting a sneak peek here of how these look. Hopefully, you guys can show us up on Thursday. But these aren't the only 2 Arcanas making changes. Swap back.
For anyone who is, a little bit more close to home with some of our older Arcana talents, we do have some revamps coming up for them and some renovations.
just a quick note for those asking, it does use regular mana. Explosive Vanguard does use regular mana bullets. The quality of the bullets, such as sun touched and so forth, will do more damage. So, with Arcana Renovation, that's right, we've got a whole renovation for the other Arcanas.
Oh, there's a lot to go in through this too. Elebon, I got you. I'll start it off strong with Elemental Knight.
All yours.
With Elemental Knight, we have Flashing Steel. This is an active skill that'll move quickly in the direction of your mouse cursor when using the skill to attack enemies in the path. I'm gonna skip over some of like the rank 1 details and everything as we move along, but for the sake of time, Flashing Steel applies to the automatic defense, which ignores the effect of Bash and becomes immune to knockdown and stiffness when using the skill. The movement distance and attack range are affected by Bash's movement distance increase effect as well. When under the effect of the technique for time shift, Bash stacks are consumed first, not your technique time shift stacks. When using Bash, it will completely reduce the cooldown of your Flashing Steel, so you'll kind of be able to like bob back and forth. It's quite fun. I had a lot of fun when I was testing this. A really great additional movement for Elemental Knight. Let's scroll on down to Instill Elements. If you are a resident Elemental Knight, you know Instill Flame, Frost, and Thunder. We are refunding those. I hope my terminology is okay in saying that. We will be instead combining them into one skill referred to as Instill Elements. This is a toggleable skill that will integrate the effect of all 3 existing Instill skills. So, hopefully it makes it a little bit easier to play. The mana and stamina costs to sustain the ability have been vastly, significantly reduced. I know that this was one of our main feedbacks when it came to Elemental Knight, and so we are so happy to be emphasizing that currently. Originally, we were going to make, remember last month how we made like side-by-side GIFs of before and afters? When I started recording the before and after for Instill Elements, my stamina and mana did not deplete, significantly enough for me to even record it, so I'm excited for our Militians to experience abundance. I'm gonna keep going with Instill Element. The effects from each rank of the Instill Element skills are the same as the effects from the former Instill Frost, Flame, and Thunder skills. The Frost, Flame, Thunder will be removed from Elemental Knight's skill list, and any AP used to rank it will now be refunded. The damage has also been increased for Blazing Assault Slash, Shattering Windmill, and Dynavolt Smash when using Instill Elements for the following values. Yeehaw! Thank you. Let's give a moment in chat for Instill Elements. My kind of skill. Let's scroll on down to Dauntless Defense now. With Dauntless Offense, there are new effects that have been added. When a counterattack is successful, the player will receive 10% of the maximum MP and maximum stamina, and up to 30% of the defense gauge at 100% when rank 1. Damage received is halved by 50% when defending at rank 1. The damage multiplier has been increased, and the amount of the increase in the defense gauge will be changed. The cooldown has been slightly increased by 2 seconds to now a total of 10, and the detailed description has been added, so make sure to check out the description in-game when this goes live on Thursday. For Elemental Knight, we've also adjusted the link effects for stages 8, 9, and 10. Please find them below.
Alrighty, we'll take over for Harmonic Saint, and not too many changes, just a new one where with the Harmonic Saints level 10 stage link bonus, we've increased the chance of obtaining a excellent or inspiring performance for music knowledge is increased by 10%. And the guaranteed excellent performance when total excellent performance rate from musical knowledge is 350 or higher. You're also guaranteed an inspiring performance when total inspiring performance rate is 120 or higher. Of course, we also made several fantasy life improvements have been made to the music system to improve the play of Harmonic Saint. You'll also need to check those out in the non-Arcana skill changes, party status, effect display, and music changes below. But we'll go back into that later. We'll take over for Alchemic Sharpshooter as well. Yes, I'll fix that. Don't worry. For Ignis Plume, for all of these skills, we'll just briefly touch them. We've basically increased the damage for several of them. We've reduced the cooldown, such as Ignis Plume from 10 to 6, Aqua Valley from 15 to 10, Vitness Howl from 24 to 10. For Terra Scourge, we've increased the damage, lowered the cooldown. For Triassault, we've adjusted the timing of the attack, we've increased the base damage, and shortened the cooldown. For Hermetic Harmony, the effect of Water and Earth has also been adjusted, where the old effect had reduced the affected enemy's attack by 10%. It now reduces the enemy's final damage by 5% for 10 seconds. For Dark Diviner, we have several changes as well. For Shadow Flare, we've adjusted the damage, and you'll see more under magic changes. For Thunderblight, we've again adjusted the lightning damage, we've increased the maximum distance, the maximum duration has also been increased, the magic defense and magic protection reduction effects, however, have been removed. But in exchange, when swapping with a chain blade, Thunderblight will no longer immediately end. For additional changes, we'll cover that in magic changes.
Magic changes has a lot in that section. Just wait.
For Polar Vortex, we've adjusted its ice damage, and more can be found under magic changes. With additional changes, we've altered the amount of Dorcha consumed when using Dark Diviner skills while wielding a staff. We basically reduced it for all 4 skills. We've made several changes to the Dark Diviner link effects, such as advanced magic damage has been removed, but magic skill damage has been added. Magic attack bonus has been increased from 200 to 250, starting at link level 5. Dark Diviner damage has been adjusted for the following link levels, and we've increased the Thunderblight duration from 3 seconds to 5 seconds for the later link levels.
Quite a lot to digest for all of our Arcana talents, but you know we could not stop there, so we have some non-Arcana skill changes also occurring during this Faith and Fury update. Goodness gracious. For the sake of time too, we're not going to go in-game and show off any of the existing Arcana, however, I do implore all of our Militians to check them out on Thursday. Moving into our non-Arcana skill changes section, let's start with Bash. The highest rank for Bash has been increased to Dan 3. At Dan 3, the 5th hit damage is now 700%. We also have changes to Ranged Combat Mastery, where the aiming speed will now be the same speed regardless of the distance between the character and target. All of the skills that are affected include Ranged Combat Mastery, Magnum Shot, Support Shot, Crash Shot, Mirage Missile, and Arrow Revolver. Along that list, we also have Urgent Shot, where life and stamina consumed when using Urgent Shot have been reduced from 10% to 5%, so now it's a little bit more negligible. Moving into our music briefly, we have Vivace. When playing Vivace, the magic attack power of allies within the range increases by 20% for 30 seconds. Magic casting speed of allies is increased by 11%, as is alchemy casting and attack speed. Moving into some of our magic, we have Thunder, where we have delay after using the skill has been shortened, and Healing, where healing will now provide a higher recovery at all ranks. So for Dan 3, it has been slightly improved. We also have some adjustments to Party Healing, where it will also provide a higher recovery at all ranks. Please see the values. And then last but not least, Artifact Investigation, where the cooldown has been shortened regardless of rank to a total of 30 seconds no matter what. So at rank F, which I don't think we've ever written in a patch note before, instead of being 3 minutes, it is now 30 seconds.
Ooh. I do remember the pain of waiting 3 minutes just to fail again at Artifact Investigation.
It's kind of silly, but I'm happy we could include it this time around.
But we also have debuffs from several other skills, but we'll go over those and the related debuff changes. That's right, we've still got a whole lot more, but we're not even
halfway done.
Yeah, we're only at the halfway point, but we'll go over the magic attack changes. For those that are curious, we have implemented a widespread fundamental change to the magic attack damage calculation. Magic-based talents will now scale more consistently and intuitively, bringing their damage output more in line with the existing minimum and maximum attack power scaling used for physical attacks. As you can see here, the damage calculation formulas for skills that use magic attack power has been revised. Physical attack will no longer be included in the calculation. Fixed damage values have been removed. The method of calculating base damage will be multiplying the minimum and maximum coefficients directly to the magic attack power. The attack power of classical spirit weapons will no longer be applied for the bolt skills. The minimum and maximum damage coefficients for the following skills at their highest ranks and skill effect descriptions have also been revised and are as follows. We'll just show you these off.
For anyone that tries to DM me to understand the calculation and the mathematics behind this, I'm so sorry. Don't ask me any math-related questions.
No, don't worry, they'll DM me instead.
You can do that. You can DM Elebon.
Ooh. But that's not all. As you can see here, we've, as mentioned previously, the Dark Diviner skills are also shown here for their changes. But that's not all. We've also updated the damage coefficiency for Battle Astrology talent skills, which before and after are also shown here. We've also adjusted the additional attack effects node from Celestial Conjunction when applied to their following skills for these three. We've also adjusted the damage coefficient of Spirit Awakening for wand, staves, and scythes. For their rank 1 values are shown below. The damage coefficient of a Spirit Weapon's Awakening attack enhancement has also been adjusted, as you can see below, for the wand, staff, and scythe again. We've also made some adjustments to the Reforge and Echo Stone enhancements, which we have quite a bit, so...
Oh yes. Lots for the minimum and maximum damage.
We've also updated glyph writing enhancements to the following. Yep, we have a lot of tables. I'm sorry, folks.
Don't worry, you'll get a chance to look at this web post when it's released at some point today. I'm not gonna promise any times.
And now for a surprise. The effects of magic attack potions have been updated to reflect the new changes and will now be displayed as a multiplier increase. Additionally, all magic attack potions will be unified to a 20% increase.
Nice.
The effects of magic attack potions will unfortunately no longer stack with the following effects, which are the Harmonic Saint and Dark Diviner Arcana Link bonuses, as well as increased magic attack power of Spirit, Wand, and Stabs. The magic attack power for Militians during their Dan test, however, have been increased, and we've also adjusted the following titles because of the magic effects. Let me move that cursor out of the way.
As a result of all of this, Lazar has gained the ability to extract certain enchants from the following equipment for a limited time. This will be available after maintenance on July 10th, 2025 until September 11th, 2025. If the above equipment has a maximum or minimum damage effect from the enchant, she will extract those enchants free of charge at a 100% success rate. There is only one prefix enchantment and one suffix enchantment that can be extracted per item, and enchantments extracted will have a trade availability of 0. Moving with this, several enchants have been modified to accommodate the magic attack changes. As a note, only the modified effect is displayed, however all other effects are unchanged.
These enchants are, well, these are the ones that you guys know the most, so. But of course, we've also added new enchants to the various dungeons around Erin, which we can show off here.
Please preview the effect and drop locations for each enchant. Looking good.
Whew. But, shall we get into the debuff changes?
Yeah. Do you want to take it or shall I?
I can go for a little bit more.
Okay.
So, as we dive into our debuff changes, we've made several changes to the debuff effects and durations inflicted by skills as shown below, such as Technique Fate Weaver. We've massively increased the following at level 10. We've also increased the Fate Weaver from the Commander's Emblem has also been adjusted, so keep that in mind. Same for Smokescreen, Combo Spinning Uppercut, Hydra Transmutation, and of course the debuff effect for Hydra will now begin immediately to apply target within the skill's range upon use of the skill. Deathmark has been massively increased as well. We've also changed the Deathmark's title effect, so the duration has been from 3 seconds to 10. We've increased its Reforging effect and Glyph Writing effect. For Support Shot, we again increased its debuff effect. We've changed it from 10% additional melee damage to 10% additional damage. However, to counterbalance it, for the Master title, we've removed the 5% additional melee attack damage effect. The Glyph Writing effect has also been adjusted from melee damage to additional damage. Smash has been, when attacking with an axe, has been adjusted to match the debuff when attacking with a sword. So the old effect was it reduced the defense by 9 and protection. The new effect will now inflict bleeding, dealing damage equal to 20% of your attack per second for 5 seconds. We've also updated Fantastic Chorus's Sorrow Sonata, which the old effect would decrease the stats and movements by 30% and decreases skill, charging speed, and attack speed by 15%. Well, it no longer decreases all stats and movement speed by 30%. Dance of Death The defense and protection shredding debuff has been removed for Lucky Strike, which is a spirit weapon enhancement for Knuckles and control bars, has been adjusted, where instead of reducing enemy defense and protection, it now grants a chance to inflict bleeding upon performing a talent attack. Ooh.
I got you. I can take it here.
Yep, the pet ones are all yours.
In addition to our debuff changes, we also have pet-related debuff changes. So, the debuff effect inflicted by pets has been adjusted as follows. Starting with our cart pets, the resistance shredding effect of the active skill Water Balloon has been adjusted. Instead of being 5 defense, it's 5 defense, magic defense. 3 protection is also including magic protection. Our beloved Purlings, the resistance shredding effect of Furious Charge, the Tabby Purling and Siamese Purling summoning skills has been unified. Please review the values here. The debuff duration has been increased from 300 seconds to now twice that at 600 seconds. The debuffs caused by Tabby Purlings, Siamese Purlings, and Bone Dragons can no longer be stacked. The debuff icon has also been updated. With Bone Dragon, the resistance is shredding effect of Devil's Dash, the Bone Dragon summoning skill, has also been adjusted to include magic defense and magic protection. This duration has also been increased from 300 seconds now to 600 seconds, and as previously mentioned, will not stack with that of Purlings. On our dragons, we also have Mirror. The resistance shredding effect of Lightning Breath has been adjusted to also include magic defense and magic protection. If you're seeing a trend here, all great. I will save my breath. The duration has been yet again also increased twice by 300 seconds to 600 seconds. The debuffs caused by Mirror Dragons and Seranus can no longer be stacked either. The debuff icon, however, has been updated. Speaking of Seranus, the resistance shredding effect of Lightning Wave has been adjusted. So on and so forth. Moving on down to our whale pet. The duration and effect of the active skill Water Wave has been adjusted. The duration has been increased from 10 seconds to 300 seconds, and the debuffs effects from whale pets and Foxyquin pets are no longer stacked. As we talk about Foxyquin pets, the Foxyquin mark, or active skill for Fabulous Dance, has been adjusted. The increased damage for targets has been increased to 10% total increased damage, and mark debuff's duration has been increased from 10 seconds to 300 seconds. If the debuff or a similar effect is reapplied before the debuff fully ends, the duration will be renewed. Quite a lot to get through. And I'll finish out the rest of our debuffs as well for our adjustments to enemy defense, protection, magic defense, and magic protection. Defensive stats, all of which I just listed, of certain monsters have been reduced, though within Tectuan missions of all difficulties, Illusion of Balor, Tectuan Giada, Sethlin, and Kraken Rex. From Chrome Boss, Irisan, the completed Gus Goblin, Gigaglass as well. We also have Glen Berna for all difficulties with Kylak, Knock... Oh no, I spared you by saying I would do these. By Knock, Oigir, an Unfinished Reverveer, as well as Grandma the Winter Tyrant. From Magmel, we have Fleur and Kiroon. And the beginner battle class board, the Wooden Man, as strong as a Tectuan Giada, Wooden Man strong as Irisan, and Wooden Man strong as Kalia. Ooh lad, that was a lot to get through.
But
you think we're done? More. You think we're done? Scroll down.
We've got the fantasy life changes. So, as we mentioned earlier, the party status effect display has been updated for both Technique Fate Weaver and music buffs. The specifications related to displaying party window statuses have been improved, where the following status icons will now be displayed in the party window, such as Battlefield Overture, Vivace, March Song, Harvest Song, and Enduring Melody. The icon will be shaded depending on the remaining time of the status effect, and status effects with fewer than 10 seconds will just have a blinking icon. The tooltip will inform you of the following: the status name, detailed effects and values, as well as remaining time. When in Glenburna, the Music Buff and Technique Fate Weaver effect icons granted to party members are now shown in an exclusive party window. If the day and night factions move to different areas, only the status icons of party members belonging to that time of day will be displayed.
I'm thinking when we have a little bit more time, we'll probably add an asset of what this looks like too.
Yes. As you can tell, we usually add a bunch of assets in this section. We did not have time.
I hope you understand given the sheer volume, and this is just our update notes.
Oh yeah, we haven't even touched the events.
Would you like to continue to lance changes?
Of course. We've made several changes to the lances in celebration of the Explosive Vanguard. The lances you see here, their final damage effects have been added, replacing the former lance charge set effects, ranging from 15 to 35. The base piercing level for the following weapons have been reduced to 1, or increased to 1, depending on which one. The piercing level enhancement has been removed from the following unique upgrades from the following lances as well, such as the Tuan's Bonebreaker upgrade for the Knight Lance and Langurius Bonebreaker, and so forth. I'm not going to keep butchering those. We've also made several music improvements, where a new radius effect has been added to some music skills. The radius of this effect is only visible to you and your party members. This will be for Battlefield Overture, Vivace, March Song, Harvest Song, Enduring Melody, and Lullaby. The skill specifications for Tuan Song has been changed, where the song effect's status icon is now new. The Spirit of Tuan is summoned. The song's effect is applied to you and your party members within 8 meters for 30 seconds. If the music buff ends while the song effect is in effect, the music buff duration increase effect is applied. The skill effect is also applied when the spirit is summoned through Summon Friend. The music buff effect is updated through the song will display the text in the tooltip. The Spirit of Tuan will automatically unsummon when it becomes incapacitated and will automatically be revived when you resummon it.
This is a really nifty update and improvement for the radius effect as well as Tuan Song, so I'm very thankful for all of these changes.
We've also made a few small quest improvements, mostly Generation 16 and Generation 2, where we've improved a tip on how to find price in one of them. For A Dark Fate Comes, we've added a 5th objective to help progress the story and to prevent potential soft locks. For Generation 2, Power of the Ancient Elves and Giants, we added an additional reminder to turn on manual combat before you become a spirit animal. We've also adjusted several growth guide quests to display your current progress towards the quest's completion when reviewed within the growth guide. If you're in the growth guide, you'll understand what we're referring to. We've also made several miscellaneous improvements. Going back to our new 2 Arcanas, Matthias and Eolar have been added to the list of NPCs that can be invited to the campfire invitation. If you successfully invite them, they'll give you either a Belvast whiskey, top quality, highly recommend, or Holy Flame, 20 of them.
There's something really charming about Matthias giving you Belvast whiskey.
I mean, you'll understand why when you go through his quest line. We've also added their BGMs to the Homestead and Moonlight Island jukeboxes. As you can see here, what their names are. And we didn't forget the previous guild rankings prior to the June guild renewal update has been calculated and now accessible in the guild menu. This button will be located in the bottom left corner of the guild member play rankings. Making sure. The delay between skills when a combo card is activated has been reduced for the following skills, such as for Magic, Alchemy, and Ninja. You can see there. We've also turned on some option changes for new characters, such as Repeat Playing Instrument has been turned from off to on. The Management of the system is, of course, located in the Options Gameplay Control set area.
This also includes the auto-swap weapon slots option as well.
Yes, thank you. We've made some changes to the cooking announcements, where the announcement options checkbox has been removed from the best cooking registration, and it'll no longer make an announcement overhead. When hovering over slots in the durability window, the text will indicate to the current item's durability. Spirit gems can now be fed to spirit weapons in bundles greater than 30. We've improved the text on several bag coupons to indicate their inventory size and bag size. As mentioned in our Gachapon post, or sale post, we renamed several of the Spectral Blade Master items, such as the Ponytail and several Spirit Liquors. And finally, some set effects were adjusted to make their effects oh so slightly more clear, such as Healing Skill Recovery, Final Strike Rage, and Close Combat Skill Damage. And of course, it's not a patch without a few bug fixes. Would you like this one?
Sure. I will briefly skim through this while I talk about the introductory text. A smaller amount of fixes this month, but our fixing energies went towards all of the broader scale renovations and polishing up some smaller mistakes on those larger retranslations, like Support Shot. We did still sneak in a few fixes to some of the later generation dialogue and some thought messages because we cannot be restrained. If you happen to catch any anomalies in this exciting update, please let us know so that we can get them fixed quickly as well. And so, I'm going to quickly pan over some of these. An issue was corrected causing combat and trade chat channels to not properly save their selected color in the settings. That was weird. The description for Smash has been updated to indicate the skill's damage increase when wielding a two-handed close combat weapon. Bolt magic damage for the second title, Air, now correctly does 5% instead of just +5. Sorry, Air, that was weird. We've reverted the text on Celestial Conjunction's crit rate boost effect node to remove the somewhat partially incorrect mention that it exceeded a cap. The text that displays when using a die ampule has been corrected to fit within the window, and the leather collar was incorrectly named belt-like leather necklace on some crafting windows. This was a very unique way to refer to it as a collar, and we're not one to judge, but we want to properly unify the names and remove any confusion. As well as, you know, some of our previous bug fixes throughout the month. And we've also got our list of known bugs. Thank you to all of our militians that always report all of these issues to us. It is so helpful, very easy for us to browse when you report them in tickets, when you report them in Discord, so we want to give a huge shout out and thank you to our report providers.
Alrighty.
Are we finally there? Are we at the bottom?
It only took an hour.
Oh my god, that was an hour.
But
well,
we have not one, not two, but 3 new events to go over.
Alright, where do you want to start?
Do you need a break?
No, I'm great.
Alrighty.
I'm excited.
In that case, we'll start with everyone's favorite. The Summer Master Plan.
Oh, so there was a lot of speculation last month about whether or not we would get Master Plan early. We are very happy, and thankfully I had more time to write about it this month. We have the Summer Master Plan starting on July 10th and ending September 11th with lots and lots and lots and lots of content. So Elebon, I don't know if you want to show the table of contents or just get right into it.
Ta-da!
Goodness gracious.
They're already looking at that one bullet point.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, there's a lot. We'll go through and we'll talk about everything a little bit. For our militians that are not familiar with Master Plan, this is your opportunity for growth, and so let's get on it. Starting with the very first event detailed bullet point. During the event period, you will receive the quest Guide Pocket Personal Trainer. Here, you will find veteran mercenary Fidelm in Dunbarton near the part-time bulletin board. Talk to Fidelm to learn more about her trainer abilities and complete the quest. You will receive the following rewards, one of which is the access to the Personal Pocket Trainer UI. This will play your records during the event period, show you available benefits, and move you to, not the Wandering Astrologer, don't look at that, I will change that later. Move you to Fidelm. Similarly to last iteration of Master Plan, we've got a lot of these same functions where you'll be able to pick and choose your active buffs and your selected buffs per week, but we'll get into that. A little bit of a different change is the main character will have access to the Master Plan inventory when speaking with Fidelm, but the usual pet and weapon rentals are not part of Master Plan explicitly. If you already know our current ongoing Mystic Rental event, talk to the rental agent Sasha for these topics. Alright, let's keep scrolling. So I mentioned some of the event buffs. Each week you are able to choose any 5 buffs that you want out of any category for your selected weekly buffs. This will truly let you tailor your experience a little bit more to how you want to train. So you can choose from some of the leveling boost, talent boost, pet combat boost, and advanced growth boost training opportunities. Lots to cover. As well as during the free event period, there will be a plethora of benefits that are already active, including free repair, free hero talent rebirth, free appearance change, etc., etc. There will also be hot time weekends. These will go from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, with the following active buffs. That's not the only free active buff that we have going on as well. Throughout the period of July 10th through September 11th, we will also have free combination VIP service. This will be automatically active on your Militian's account throughout the duration of the event. Now, for any Militian that currently already has VIP active, do not worry, your current active VIP is kind of on hold throughout the duration of the period event. And so, once the free combo VIP service event has ended on September 11th, your own VIP duration will continue to tick down as normal. I spent so much money on VIP, not knowing this would come. That's okay. Moving on, we have the weekly buff and attendance event quests as well. So if you are familiar with last Master Plan's iteration of the weekly buff and attendance quests, this is a lot of the same, where each week you will be able to talk to Defelm to kind of pick out and tailor your experience per week. In doing so, you will receive 2 different quests. They will be the event determination for whatever type of focus training you're doing, as well as an attendance quest for that path. When each quest is completed, you will receive various tokens for use of the shop later. We'll get into some of the shop details too. Now, we briefly mentioned the finale week earlier. Finale week will start September 4th. Oh, bless you, bless you. It'll start September 4th and end September 11th, right before maintenance. During the finale week period, every single event buff and benefit will be active, and you'll also receive the event quest training rewards. There are also the hot day events, so logging in during the event period will reward you with rebirth potions as well as various training tokens that you can use in the shop as well. These all reset each week on Thursdays at 7 PM PST. We also have a huge long list of the weekend hot days, so you already know what day a weekend is. We don't have to go through the calendar for you, but we do have a list of all of the rewards associated per day. So please perceive.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty excited for the that gold limit expansion coupon down there.
I don't know. I was looking right at the very first Sunday where you literally get 250 smoldering threads for free on the one of the first hot days. That's kind of crazy to me. Bonkers. That bank expansion limit though is looking very scrumptious.
Indeed.
And gold limit expansion coupon. Hold on. I don't remember reviewing this. Those are great rewards. What's going on?
I made sure the weekend rewards were correct.
Okay.
Don't forget the shop.
Yeah, speaking of all of the tokens that you're getting throughout the period, there will also be a training token shop where you can spend these items. Please forgive me because I didn't have time to add pictures, so instead I provided Elebon with some separate pictures that he can show on stream if he added them. If not, we will also show them in-game so you can take a look.
Yes.
But we've... Time's tough. We've got a plethora of special summer casual wear, just summer casual wear in general for male and female outfits, including hand gloves and shoes, as well as a brand new casual sports bag, the rustic food truck whistle, and enchanting scroll for maddening. Now, there are 2 items that are not in this list. I'll update it later. Scrolling on down, we've got our normal consumables as well, and we've also got the gold shop as always. Now, last but not least on this massive master plan page, we have details for the included Black Combo Card event. This will go alongside our master plan post. I think I need to double check those dates, so don't look at those too closely. But with all Black Combo Card events, you already know the deal. We have Special Agent Joe back in Dunby again to help us with our Guide Black Combo Card quest. You will receive incomplete Black Combo Card and Black Combo Card special mission passes when completing the guide quest. The event will reset every day at 7 AM PDT, and when the event ends, all event quests and event items will be deleted, including the incomplete Black Combo Card, Special Agent Joe's special training mission pass, skill combo card fragments, etc. Unreceived sale proceeds will not be recovered and instead donated to pay for Fergus's blacksmithing classes. Please understand. Let's scroll on through.
He failed the one last year, so we're helping him pay for it this year.
Are you adding backstory to it?
No, I'm just explaining the reused joke.
I think he can always use a little bit more help, if we're being honest. This is a very similar concept to last year, where for the previous master plan, there were various difficulties that you can choose from for your Black Combo Card special mission pass. Let me scroll on down a little bit more on my end too. You'll be able to earn a maximum of 90 Black Combo Card points per day, and you'll earn 30 points for clearing one mission regardless of the difficulty level. You can enter your missions 5 times a day, and entering the missions will count towards the limit regardless if you succeed or fail the mission. You are given, I believe, 3 items per entry per day, but you can enter up to 5 items, so we encourage you to work with another Militian, work with a buddy when doing your Black Combo Card.
I mean, the intel recommends entering with a full party of 4 to maximize your chance at success.
Very true. I'll continue scrolling on down to the Summer of Strength Hot Weekend. On the weekend, between the hours of 7 AM on Friday to 7 AM on Monday PT, you'll be able to take advantage of the following buffs. We have the free reroll buff for once per day, standard rerolls, which I'll get into what standard and special rerolls are, up to 5 times a day, and special for up to 3 times a day. You can receive the hot weekend effect by relogging or changing channels anytime after 7 AM PT on Friday. But be warned that you will not receive the effect after 7 AM PT on Monday once it's concluded. Scrolling on down to the incomplete black combo card itself, let's talk a little bit about this. When you want to customize your black combo card, you'll right click and you'll be able to see a whole list of options for it. I'm going to scroll down to some of the really defining parts of our black combo card this time around, where in bold you can click on the bonus reroll for slots 2 through 6 and reset the bonus value of the slots using 30 combo points. If you want to use gold to reroll a bonus, you need to complete the 3 missions per day at least. And the bonus reroll value will be determined by the probabilities within the parameters per each slot. So they've been, I believe, slightly adjusted since last year?
I believe so, yes.
Scrolling on down to the standard reroll section, once you've completed your daily 3 missions, there are 2 types of bonus rerolls that you can spend your gold to perform. There is a standard reroll, which will randomly reroll your bonus, and this can be done twice per day, a little bit more during the hot weekend time. And the costs will be determined based on which slot you're trying to adjust. So slots 2 through 6 have their values currently listed. There is also the special reroll section, which will randomly reroll the bonus, but only applies the bonus if the new value is higher than your current value. This can be once per day or more during the fancy weekends. Special rerolls will cost a flat amount of 1.9 mil gold per each slot, regardless of which slot it is. Once you are satisfied with your black combo card, click on your complete combo card to receive your card in your combo card menu. Lots of combo cards. In big red warning, as always, do not complete the card unless you are 100% confident that the skills are finalized. This is non-reversible. Even if it's by mistake, you will be unable to reverse that decision, and only 1 black combo card can be completed during the event period, so choose wisely. If you don't know what you want your black combo card to include, here is a list of skills that you can receive for it. Now, a lot of these you are familiar with, but if we scroll to the very bottom, we've also included the astrologer skills, including Astral Reeve, Nova Blast, Stellar Surge, and Meridian Sweep. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. This was the entirety of our Summer Master plans. Yeehaw.
What do you guys think? What's chat think?
This was a huge event. I'm personally really excited for the free VIP duration. And just to see Black Combo card again too. I think that's really nice. Getting to tailor your specific training for what you need most will also be really beneficial too. So this is a good opportunity for all of our newer militians out there, as well as some of our veteran militians that may want a little more fine-tuning, especially for your newest Arcana.
Cool.
Scroll up.
What do they want to scroll? What do you want to see scrolling
Scroll up to the table of contents.
Scrolling up. Oh, where's Bash? Oh, sorry.
Oh, from the list.
Okay. Unfortunately, Bash is not on the list. But we shall move on to our second event. This one is the Flying High event. It's a brand new event that you will dash, leap, and fly your way to new heights as you acquire goods that will help every militian with their master plan training. From acquiring your first or second Arcana to dashing to level 40,000, the benefits of this event are sure to have you dashing, leaping, and eventually flying high.
That was so cheesy of you.
But
Tell us about this event, Elebon.
Absolutely. So, this event, move over, Master Plan. We've got new things in town. For the next 2 months, log in to receive the Flying High Guide quest. You'll visit the Flying Boy next to Fergus in Tir Canal to register a main character. Now, this is important. When registering a main character with an account that has not unlocked an Arcana, the event will start with step 1, dash. When registering with a main character with an account that has unlocked an Arcana, the event will proceed to step 2, leap, and step 3, fly. The following items will be provided upon the registration for step 2 for those who have unlocked an Arcana. You'll receive an Alban Knight's Condensed Divine Fruit, which will increase your Crusader level directly to level 100. You'll receive a Stardust Memory Scroll, rank 10, where using this item will increase your character's Stardust to rank 10. If you haven't unlocked a Stardust, you can do so through the receivable quest board by picking it up in the quest Guide in Astronomical Discovery. You can also receive a Spirit Memory Scroll, level 100, which will automatically level a spirit weapon to level 100. It does not affect the Spirit Bond bonus, allowing for maximum ego points. Lastly, you'll also get a maximum Renown Seal box. Opening this box will reward you with all 6 types of Renown Seals with the required amount to rank straight up to level 50. You'll also receive 2 Corgi Whistles, Wizard and Warrior. I'm a fan of both. And if the account has an Arcana level of at least level 50, additional items will be provided upon registration, which we'll discuss later. Regardless of whether an account has unlocked an Arcana or not, registered characters will receive the following item, which is this cute little bag coupon. She's high flying. It's a 10 by 10 personal shop to help you, with her to help you sell your goods.
Dang, okay. 10 by 10.
Now, upon speaking with the Flying Boy, the character will be placed in either dash, leap, and or fly, depending on both the character and account progress of an Arcana. The Flying Boy will let you know where your character will be placed before finalizing your character's registration in case you wish to do this event on a different character. So let's start with step 1, dash. This will be started by new players who don't have an Arcana on their account or another character on their account who is progressing on the Arcana achievement mission. You'll complete all the requirements to earn rewards to dash you to the next step, which is complete Blanchard's first, second, and third memoirs. For the first memoir, you'll receive these following bag boxes and Simon's clothing bag coupon. For completing Blanchard's second memoir, you'll receive these items, such as the Stardust Memory Scroll, a little Morningstar Totem starter package, and a little Morningstar figure starter package. The Blanchard's third memoir will, of course, completing that will award you the Spirit Memory Scroll, the Max Renown Seal box, the Flying Combo Card Selection box, which we'll discuss in a moment, the Level Growth Support boxes, 10 of them, which when opening will provide the following benefits, which is 30 EXP for an hour, 6 times AP for an hour, and a Rebirth Potion. The Rebirth Potion will expire in 30 days. And the last step will be acquire an Arcana or complete the Arcana achievement mission. You'll talk to the Flying Boy afterwards to complete the dash stage and acquire the following items: the Corgi Whistles and this new item called the Codex of Ascendant Arcana. This powerful spell book provides the wisdom of the Arcanas that Lowry wrote. Using the spell book will allow the character to gain the basic knowledge of an Arcana. Selecting an Arcana from the Codex will reward you with an immediate level 20,000 as part of the Arcana Boost quest. You'll learn and rank all skills to rank 1 of the relevant talents of the Arcana you select, and provide you with an immediate 20 Grandmaster Seals, so you can get started on your Arcana. You'll also be given a Golden Glimmering supplement to level you up to 200 if you'd like. Lastly, if your character was placed in step 1 dash part of the event, you'll also receive the, as mentioned earlier, the Arcana Boost quest, which will guide you through the Arcana quest line, allowing you to acquire an Arcana. This quest must be completed before you can progress to Step 2 Leap and Step 3 Fly. Upon receiving the quest, you'll receive some gold Grandmaster certificates and the blue wings of a goddess to get you to Lazara. Now, if you happen to have a registered character that obtains an Arcana and uses the Codex of Ascendant Arcana prior to completing the first objective, it'll automatically complete upon relogging. And that was just step 1.
Oh yes, we still have steps 2 and 3.
For step 2, Leap. Leap can be continued by new players after clearing Dash and completing the Arcana Boost quest. Players who already have a character with an Arcana on their account or have started the Arcana achievement mission on a different character will start with Leap and bypass Dash entirely. Some, but not all, Dash rewards will be received upon registering for the event as a Leap-ready character as previously stated in the event details section, which was the items listed before. Additionally, you'll want to complete the following objectives to help leap your character to even greater heights and earn high flyer coins. I need to update that name. You'll want to acquire a total cumulative level of 40,000, which you'll earn 300 coins, high flyer coins every 2,000 levels. You'll want to master 6 talents, which you'll be given 500 high flyer coins for each mastered talent, and reach a total level of Arcana, which will award you 1,000 high flyer coins for every 10 Arcana levels. Once you've reached that total level 50, you'll receive enough crests to unlock a Link level 10 and 1 Arcana talent. So you'll receive about 1,400 Scorching Crests boxes, Scorching Crests, and 150 Ice Crests. Now, note that if you've already reached these levels, you'll automatically complete Step 2. Now, for Step 3. For those who have completed Step 1 and completed, either for the new players, if you completed Step 1, you'll also be introduced to Step 3 at the same time as Step 2. Players who've already, of course, completed the Arcana or Arcana achievement mission on a different character will also start Step 3. Now, of course, as mentioned earlier, those who have completed the Dash and Leap will earn all high flyer coins from Leap upon registering for a fly-ready character. So you'll receive the 14,000 high flying coins. For Step 3, you'll be given weekly recommended missions, where if you do up to 5 weekly missions to earn even more high flyer coins. Such as Tech Doin', Albi Advanced Hard Mode, Rundle Advanced Hard Mode, the Chronicle Mission, and Rabbi Phantasm Dungeon. You'll earn some extra high flyer coins, and let's just see what you get to spend them all in the shop.
What am I gonna use all my high flyer coins on, Elebon?
Oh, how about some Rebirth Potions, which you can earn 1 daily, 5 weekly, an Alba Knight's Special Divine Fruit, a Mysterious Spirit Stones, Growth Support Boxes, Flying Skill Training Support Boxes, Flying Combo Card Selection Boxes, and a Flying Mastery Support Box. For some of these, so for the Level Growth Support Box, when used, you'll receive the combined effects of a Royal Combat EXP Potion, Yellow Prism, Orange Prism, and Elixir of Happiness for 1 hour. Also comes with a free Rebirth Potion. The Rebirth Potions do expire in 30 days once the box has been opened. The Flying Skill Training Supports will train and skill to its maximum rank automatically. It does not train day in ranks. The Flying Combo Card Selection Box, you'll receive a combo card filled with your chosen skill. The 6th slot will be a guaranteed 60% boost. The Flying Mastery Support Box will train all skills of your talent of choice to its maximum rank. does not train Dan ranks.
Do you want to say that louder for the militians in the back?
How many talents do you guys still need to train? And of course, why not some gold items? Or some gold items such as recovery potions, dye ampules, erg unlock assist potions, Carebrae's bugles, homestead golden sprouts if you still need to level up your homesteads, combat support boxes, and golden experience fruit.
These are crazy.
Absolutely.
Why did you have to show me up like this? My master plan was going so well.
Do I need to get out that image of that guy just looking back at
Friendship ended with master plan, only flying high. These are some ridiculously incredible rewards and incentives, and the whole event quest line basically nudges you all the way for your Arcana if you have not yet already looked into that. And so this is a huge, huge, huge opportunity for our new militians or militians that might be lacking a little bit.
And if you have a friend who has not tried Mabinogi, now's the perfect time. But that was just event level 2.
Oh, we have a third event.
Absolutely. You saw a quick 1-second peek of it at the beginning, but it's time for the box full of memories. Whoop. Lorna,
do you need a break? Are you good?
I can keep going, but if you want to take it over.
If you've got the momentum, go for it.
Alrighty. Mr. President, there's a third event. Lorna and Pan found a new item that's sure to help any militian in saving Aaron. They found so many that they're willing to let you sample this new item out. But if you want more, it's going to cost you. Check out all the details. I see Lorna and Pan have started a new side hustling business. So log in over the next month to receive an unopenable box. You'll talk to Lorna and Pan at the unicorn statue to learn about this new item. You'll register a main character and receive the Memory of a Story selection box. This unique item will allow you to instantly complete a generation storyline of your choosing up to generation 25. You'll need to have started the storyline before it can be skipped, and the item does not expire.
Can you repeat that again? What was that first bullet point?
This unique item will allow your character to instantly complete a generation storyline of your choosing.
I should have brought a box of tissues. I'm so happy I could cry.
I might need Cuckoo to trade me a quick one of these boxes real quick so we can show you what it looks like when you do skip. Because we'll show you what it looks like in game in just a minute. But after registering for your main character and completing the guide quest, you'll be given the option to earn up to 4 additional Memory of a Story selection boxes. You'll see these nice little quests down here. Nothing hard, just a few quests. And of course, completing all 4 weekly quests will reward you with the best reward of all, Pan's admiration and respect. Oh, and a few following bonus rewards, such as these 2 new titles. And as you can see, our cameo characters have finally made their debut. You'll see the Goddess Feather second on the left, and the Immersed in Memory on the right, which is a nice little shining aura. Is there a link for all this info? Yes, there is, and we'll showcase that in just a minute.
Elebon, I saw some comments in chat that were asking, is this only from an event, or can you buy them?
You can absolutely buy them. Need to stock up on additional stories? Well, Lorna and Pan have given a few away. They're selling additional items in the cash shop. This limited time sale is only available for 1 month until August 14th, so be sure to pick up a copy or 2 today. As you can see here, the item will be available in the cash shop starting with our update this Thursday. It will allow you to instantly complete a generation story. When using the item, you will receive all relevant titles, rewards, and reward boxes that come with completing that story. It can only be used for generations 1 through 3 and 8 through 25. 4 through 6 aren't really stories, and Generation 7 can be skipped by talking to Kosai and Core. If as before, you will need to have started the storyline before it can be skipped. The selection box has a one-time trade usage when purchased in the cash shop. The books themselves cannot be traded, dropped, or stored in a bank or pet. Ooh.
This was a lot to digest.
Ooh, should we show them what it looks like in game?
Sure, yeah. Do you have the item?
I might need someone to trade me the item real quick. Let me look.
I can look for it. Please hold. Please stall. In this time, we can go back and we can take a look at the master plan outfits that I never got to show off.
Absolutely. Give me a second here. Oh, looks like I was given the book.
Oh.
So, we shall start the story real quick. Struggling. I have not done a generation in a while. Where... I know there's a story somewhere.
Sir,
there it is.
On the bottom of your HUD.
I haven't done a story in a while, so it's been a while. Alright. So, I currently have Generation 1 in progress. So, we'll go ahead and use this. As you can see here, it allows me to choose it. We'll go ahead and hit yes. Do your gens, Elebon. Alright, as you can see here, it's a memory book. You'll use it. Alright, let me get outdoors. Is the event shop affected by Wednesday discounts? Yes, they are. For gold. Okay. As you use it, you'll see basically a quick summary and what your rewards you'll receive. You'll click skip. And you'll go through a nice little cutscene. You'll go through a little synopsis of the story. Tells you exactly what happened in this story.
It's quite a nice summary if you're going through, even if you've already completed them. If you're kind of going through on another character, it's a nice little recap for you to take a look at and re-experience all over again.
I forgot how many cutscenes there are in Generation 1. And voila. And just like that, we've completed G1. And you'll receive the keywords, the achievements. We're going to skip that cutscene. The titles and reward boxes. Oh, and of course, more rewards.
So immediately after concluding a generation via the skip, it will begin the next storyline, I believe. I believe that's the cutscene you just skipped.
Absolutely. Yep. I was like, why am I hearing Morrigan again? Forgot about that. But that is the story skip line.
And with that, that concludes 3 out of 3 giant events coming our way starting this Thursday, in addition to our Faith and Fury update.
Absolutely.
Whew, that was a lot to get through.
Give me 1 second here. Switch back to that. But of course, those aren't the only events that are running. And, you know, we still have our Summer Festival event ongoing. For those that are new and just currently joining, we have, of course, the new events up here, the Master Plan, the Flying High event, and the Boxes Full of Memories. But we also have our ongoing events, such as Luisi's Pinata Prep, Letters to a Militian, the Gilded Gala event, and the Mystic Rental event. But, of course, just stay tuned for our upcoming events at a later date.
The full lineup is yet to come.
A lot of events and a lot more to go. But that is actually it for our sales. We do have 3 ongoing sales right now, such as the Spectral Blade Master box, the Tailtean Doll Bag box, and the Summer Pet box going on.
The Summer Soiree Pet box and Tailtean Doll Bag boxes, our most recent sales that came out last week, I believe.
Yep.
Elebon, do you have a crumb of what we can expect for an upcoming sale?
I suppose we could probably show that off. Give me a quick second. What's coming soon? I forgot to fade that. It's a nice little outfit. We'll show off the nice little I'm forgetting the name.
Don't talk about the name. We won't
no,
say
no,
it.
no, no, no. The concept art. That's it.
Oh, okay. This is for us to look forward to, so please look forward to it, everyone.
Ooh. But how about we do a giveaway?
Is it giveaway time?
I think so. We're already an hour and 45 minutes in.
Oh yeah, it has been a long stream. Let's hop on over to our Moobot. For any of our Militians that are watching today, if you're watching on YouTube, on Steam, on Facebook, please head on over to Twitch to take part in our giveaway. We will have, I have the deets up somewhere.
We are giving away...
Ooh, I have it.
You got it? All right.
We have 30 total winners for today. We're going to be splitting this
30?
up into 3 different sections. So our first 10 winners will receive 11 Spectral Blade Master boxes. Our following 10 winners will receive 3 Tailtean Townfolks Doll Bag boxes. And last but not least, our last 10 winners will receive 1 Summer Soiree Pet box each. So, good luck to all of our Militians that participate in the giveaway.
Alright, I'm looking at the ideas for... Oh god.
For the giveaway term.
Let's, I guess, fly high. So let me get a giveaway started here. Give me 1 second. I haven't started it yet. Chill out, guys.
Can you believe we have a Faith and Fury update and he still overshadows it with Fly High?
That's what players have been posting.
It's what the people want.
Exactly. And we will showcase that. We'll let that run for a little bit. And if you are watching over on our YouTube, Facebook, or Steam, this giveaway is only available on Twitch, so be sure to head on over and enter from there.
For our YouTube watchers, I'm looking into a way that we can do separate giveaways, so it's possible in the future we might split our giveaways. Perhaps half and half Twitch, half and half YouTube. We'll see.
Yep. I mean, we have been getting a lot of YouTube viewers lately. It's time we reward them for sticking to it.
Elebon, would you be so kind to swap to my perspective too?
Absolutely.
I want to show off the master plan outfits.
Of course. Let's swap you over while we're doing the giveaway.
Cuckoo totally caught my vibe, and he also dressed up for the occasion. So we have the summer casual outfits, male and female. Thank you, Cuckoo, for modeling with me. I also have the bag that's equipped with a cute little charm.
Oh.
Please don't mind his butt feathers or my RC doll on my back. Let's take a look at the idle animation as well. Oh, don't look at my inventories, they're messy.
Well, you're not a true Militian if you have a clean inventory.
Super, super lovely. I am such a sucker for these like casual styled outfits. The male stretch pose is so lovely too. And they've got cute little bracelets on. Chef's kiss.
I might actually have to go for these outfits. They look nice.
They're wonderful.
Right up my alley. I think a few of them I might have seen these outfits in my inventory at one point.
If you did, no you didn't.
Exactly.
Some commotion for the shoes, for the casual shoes. Oh, I hope our militians have a fun time getting these items, these outfits. Anyway, I digress. Back to our giveaway.
Alrighty, let's see how many we've got. We have quite a bit. Wow.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for today's live stream as well, and tuning in for the giveaway.
But we'll let that run for about a few more minutes. I'm trying to think.
Elebon, I know that this has been a very extensive patch for you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything throughout our sleepless nights and copious overtime that, you know, you couldn't help but look forward to?
Honestly, I think it was meeting some of the militians during Anime Expo this past weekend.
Oh, totally not where I thought you were going to take that.
You got to keep you on your toes.
Let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
Let's also talk about something that's ongoing still as well, our community event. But let's talk about Anime Expo first.
Of course, for those that weren't aware, both RC and I did attend Anime Expo in an unofficial setting. If you happen to find me, I gave you some wonderful free swag, and I loved meeting all the militians who happened to find me, whether it was the Boop Squad Guild, the two militians who had recently got married and had a Mabinogi themed wedding.
Oh my god.
I'm still waiting on those pictures. And everything else in between. It was a blast just meeting each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see you guys all again at our next event, hopefully sometime in the future.
Anime Expo was such a whirlwind. I'm so happy that we always get the opportunity, at least to some capacity, to meet you guys in real life, in person. Very sweet, very fun for us always.
Although my back punished me afterwards. I had to spend the entire Sunday while working recovering my back. But you're right. We do also have one event going on, or community event going on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump right over to that real quick. For those that are unaware, we are also having the login screen art contest that's ongoing. Would you like to talk a bit more about this one?
I would love to. So we have been hinting at this for a very long time. We finally deployed our community event for our login screen art contest. It's been about 7 years since we had a login screen card contest.
Such a long time.
And so, you know, it was time to bring it back. That being said, too, of course, there are some heckin' good rewards that come your way for all of your, you know, tremendous support and effort. So, for this, we are hoping that our militians send in their wonderful art. That way we can feature it on the login screen. We may be cycling between a couple different picks when we land on them. But all of the details are in our designated post. All of our requirements and, you know, our details. As we scroll on down, thank you for showing the rewards immediately. We'll be picking 3 grand prize winners who will have their entries displayed as a login screen during the September update and potentially future updates too. The entry will be added as a homestead easel item in-game as well, so militians will be able to see all of their in-game beautiful art, you know, right on your very own your homestead or your Moonlight Island. They'll also be given the exclusive in-game title for Who's a Top Artist, the renowned designer hats, 20 fine DIY dye molds, and depending on the region, we had to split it up between USA and almost like Canada minus Quebec winners for a grand prize of 100,000 NX each. If you are non-US or not in Canada, oh my god, I almost did it again. We will have to instead substitute the 100,000 NX instead for combination VIP service and a special doodle crayon set for male or female. We also, of course, have some runner-up prizes with, you know, very similar responses too. Mm-hmm. And so if you are a militian who really wants to take some time to show off your stuff and showcase your art and let us also showcase your art for you, I highly encourage you submit your best.
I gotta say, we've already started seeing some of the submissions come in, and they're
Bangers.
I cannot wait to see the rest of these before the end.
They're so good.
On July 23rd. You have until then, folks.
There's still time.
You got 2 weeks.
With that, I say let's close out our giveaway and let's start winding down this live stream.
Absolutely.
I'm going to start looking for somebody to raid.
Wait. And we've got the 900. All right, we are closing that up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the lock button. And it is locked, folks. 901 total entries. We've got 30 winners coming up. And just to make sure some of you don't have some weird names, we're going to pull them quietly.
Thank you, Elebon. We love all of our militians equally, however, some of which we cannot publicly show.
6, 7, 8. And for our first 10 winners, we have Leon Legacy, Slay 770, Hero Ha, The Mudame, Baby, Sebathiel, Crash Metal TV, With Love Sandra, Grimmeth Lord, and Clone. You, first 10 winners, have won 11 Spectral Blade Master boxes. Woohoo! Let's see those swords. For our next 10, we will draw those now.
Thank you everybody for entering and good luck to our winners. If you are winning our giveaway, please DM the official Mabinogi Twitch channel. Here, I'll pin a message. Winners.
Somebody, what's up?
DM me here. Alternatively, you can also DM CM Elebon or myself, CM RC, on Discord with your Mabinogi in-game name. That way we can get your prizes mailed to you.
Alrighty, for the second round of winners, we are giving away the 3 Telltale Town Folks doll boxes, and those 10 winners are Chicken McNugget Happy Meal, Careso, Richmondio, Comics, Dirt, Tealcoys, Actual Rock, or Literal Actual Rock,
Y'all.
Mecha Maxine, X Puffle, and Eristo. Congrats on those 10 winners.
Congratulations. We have 10 more.
So many to give away. Let's draw 10 more. One. Alrighty, and our last 10. You will win 1 Summer Story pet box, and those winners are Bread Cheek, Struven, Dark Art TV, Bazonga, Saki Soba, Dragonlie, MJ Sud, Tut Lord, Yang 009, Aid, and those are our final 10.
Congratulations to all 30 of our winners. Again, please DM the official Mabinogi Twitch channel with your Mobby in-game name, and let's get your prizes to you. Full disclaimer, it might take us a hot minute given how congested everything's been, but we'll get them sent out as soon as we can.
We may also not respond to these Twitch messages until tomorrow, so please give us time to get through these web posts and verify the information and to correct our small spelling errors. These web posts will be released later today at a later time. So keep an eye out. Oh, with that, I think it is time to wrap it up.
Let's do it. I have a host picked out for our raid.
Alrighty.
And so I'm ready to send it over whenever you're good for your closing remarks, Elebon.
Well, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. We are excited just as much as you guys for the Arcana update this week, and we'll see you next month for Generation 27.
He's leaking it! He's spoiling it!
Nah, it was already on our microsite.
Thank you everybody for joining our another marvelously long Mabinogi official live stream. We will see you next month.
Bye everyone.
Bye everyone. Wait, let's send it over to
who are we sending it to?
Enrian. I'm starting the raid. Please everybody give Enrian so much love in chat, and let's look forward to a lovely Faith and Fury update together. Okay, this time for real. Ready?
Right.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye.